and I tell everybody, you invented frac. Okay, it's the easiest explanation.
Yeah.
You invented frac. So introduce yourself. And hold this up. I want you to get that mic so everybody hears you.
All right, yeah, my name's Bob Barree. Been in the industry about 50 years. Got into it by accident. Had no idea what petroleum engineering was, but that's been my life since then.
Mechanical engineering, and somebody taps you on the shoulder and said, hey, if you come over to petroleum engineering, we'll give you a scholarship.
That's the way it works. Like, don't know what it is, but sign me up.
and right after that, somebody, fortunately for our entire industry, let you come over and play in the labs. It's a marathon.
That was great. We had the Marathon's Research Center for 24 years. Overlapping with that, working with Mike Conway.
Okay.
Previous.
No, I've already got one for you.
He ran STEM lab consortium, so he had his own laboratory and machinas. They could build anything. So
he's already gone.
Experiments and ran experiments. The biggest thing is every time we did that, we learned that pretty much everything that's been published about fracturing, it's in all the monographs, and everything we've been taught is all wrong. And then we had to rediscover it.
Wrong, or just the data changed? You know, we can be nice about it.
You can be nice, but they're teaching things that's not physically the way fractures work.
Right.
And so we kind of had to rediscover how hydraulic fracturing works and try to figure out how to do it right. So,
there is some thought. I mean, because you were willing to step out there and question everything, which is really great leadership. Like even your own, preconceptions of anything
constantly. I mean, every time you think you understand something, and then you get another piece of information, a little bit more understanding, and start over.
That's we were talking about it earlier with the president of SB. Like, I've never been so excited in my years where I think I'm more excited about failure sometimes than winning, because I learn more from the failure.
The president of SPE this year is Dr. Jennifer Miskimmons, and this is a special year for me, getting the Legend Award here while Jennifer's president, because I worked with her when she was an undergraduate, just a brand new engineer. I was on her master's committee. I was on her PhD committee. I mentored her her whole career. She worked for me for 3 years as a consultant before she went back to academia. It's great to be here at the same time as she does.
I love that story you told about when you went to get funding for your PhD and presented it, and they're like, save your time, buddy. Yeah. And you're like, no, because
needs to be done.
Yeah. The thing I like to ask, I know you'll always be in this industry as long as you live, and giving away your wisdom and teaching others so that they can thrive. Is there anything here you've seen that you're excited about that really caught your attention that you haven't seen before this year? Or are we still in the realm of, hey, this is cool, but where do you think we could be? Chris touched on it, you touched on it. It's going to become not a problem, a solution we need to solve, but we really need to work hard about recovering more than at best estimate 10%.
Yeah, like I alluded to at the end of the talk today, we drill these really, really long horizontal wells in unconventional reservoirs, stimulate them magnificently, and come on gangbusters. But we're seeing initial decline rates, production over 100%. Within 2 years or so, they're down to just trickling along. So you get a big bang up front, and it's short term. And so we keep drilling to try to replace that. And demand keeps going up. And my concern is, what are we going to do next? We kind of burned through the tier 1 unconventional shales. But most of the tier 2s are gone. I don't know where we're going next, but...
Well, you're a frac guy. Do you think we should go back in? I mean, okay, so approximately, we have 1 million well sites in the U.S. producing oil and gas. Mm-hmm. Should we go back into every single well bore and say, hey, it's time? Or
no, the idea that refracs work, initially that was a good strategy because the initial completions were not terribly efficient.
Okay.
And so you get a big uptake of refracs. Now the way that the fracking goes the last, say, 5 years or so, there's not a lot of
You don't think we?
No,
That's not something we should be working on.
And if you refract the well, it's the way the physics of the reservoir. After you drain all the stuff that's near the well, you push the pressure transient, you're pulling fluid from further and further away. Refracting the well is not going to fix that. If you can't contact new reservoir that's nearby the well, it's not going to improve production. So I think we've got to be more efficient with our drilling, because I think you can contact new reservoirs with the drill bit that you can with direct contact.
It's the drilling this fall.
Yeah, and I think what we're doing with hydraulic fracturing currently is inefficient. I think we can be more efficient in our use of water, use of resources, fuel, everything that goes into it. And I think eventually, probably fairly soon, there's going to have to be one of those industry paradigm shifts. People start thinking about doing things differently. And maybe that means tighter well spacing, more drilling, less fracking, smaller jobs, a little bit more engineered. Because again, we're talking about this earlier here. We're doing massive, huge frac jobs that really aren't giving us the bang that we need. I think if we were efficient,
not necessarily more proppant, more water is our solution, right? We can do it amazingly well to add more to horsepower and more water and more proppant, but that might not be the.
Oh, we can always add more and more and more and more. What you see is a very sharp machine.
You are completely fascinating. I've really enjoyed meeting you. Thank you for inventing frac. And the world's a better place because of it.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
This is our legend.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. See you next time. Bye.